Okay, look, while you were scrolling TikTok this week, AI just learned to read minds four times faster and with 97% accuracy. In fact, AI also started predicting heart attacks 10 years before they happen. And AI is now booking entire vacations for you while you sleep. So I'm about to show you five breakthroughs from literally the last few days that are going to change how you live using AI. And honestly, some of this stuff still does not even feel real to me. So if you want to stay ahead of what's coming next, hit subscribe because the people who see these patterns early, they are the ones who will end up owning the future. So researchers at UC Davis and UCLA, they just figured out how to make mind control four times faster without needing a surgery. So here's the breakthrough moment. At UC Davis achieved 97% accuracy in translating brain signals into speech. That's the most accurate system of its kind ever built. But here's the interesting moment. This is not really about mind reading. It's more like AI learning to speak fluent brain language. Think about it like this. Your brain is like a really bad radio station with a lot of static noise. Before we could maybe catch a word here and there, we have 10,000 thoughts. So it's almost impossible. Well, it was almost impossible to differentiate signal from the noise. But now the AI is like having the world's best radio engineer who can tune out all the noise and hear exactly what your thoughts, what your active thoughts are saying. So here's exactly what happened. These researchers took someone who was paralyzed, someone who could not even move a computer cursor. But with this AI system, this paralyzed person was now controlling robotic arms like it's nothing. The AI basically learns your brain's accent and figures out what you actually want to do, and it converts your brain signals, which is basically your thoughts. It converts your thoughts into real life action. And then there's more. There's other researchers who just got people controlling individual fingers on robotic hands. Like, hey, move my pinky finger, move my ring finger, all of it just by thinking about it. So we are not we're not just making better prosthetics. We are creating the first generation of humans with superpowers. And once they perfect this, everyone's going to want it. Not just people who need it medically, but everyone. And imagine this, you are editing a video, and instead of clicking and dragging, you just think, hey, cut here, transition there, add music. And your thoughts become actions at the speed of light. And trust me, that's not science fiction anymore. That's near future. So that's happening. Now, the next one. And the next one is wild, but the implications are even wilder. Think about hospitals today. You go in, they scan you, and if nothing looks bad, they send you back home. What's the problem? Well, the problem is there might be some dangers that are hiding beneath the surface that the scans cannot recognize. So, a team at Oxford University has an AI now that can predict if you are going to have a heart attack up to 10 years in advance. And it does that by analyzing your routine CT scans that hospitals already take. But here's the mind bending part. There's another set of researchers, Dutch researchers at a university, that just proved that AI can do the same thing with tiny cameras that are smaller than a grain of rice. These tiny cameras with AI can predict if you are going to have another heart attack in the next 2 years. How? These tiny cameras go inside you, actually inside your arteries, while you are going through a surgery. So you're going through a surgery, and then these tiny cameras go inside you, inside your arteries, and look at everything and predict if you are going to have a heart attack, another heart attack, while you are already being treated. And these AI cameras see patterns that humans literally cannot see. It's like having a microscopic vision in this AI. I think about it. Right now, about 15% of people, right, and this is real numbers, 15% of people who have a heart attack will have another one within 2 years. But what if we could know exactly who those people are and fix the problem before it happens while they are being treated for the first heart attack? Well, we have just moved from reactive medicine to predictive medicine. So this AI basically gives doctors an X-ray vision into your future. It's like Netflix recommendations. But well, instead of saying you might like this movie, it says, hey, you might get another heart attack from this artery. And the way I see it, I want to show you the way I see it. While we are talking about hearts and while we are talking about AI that goes into your artery, think about this. Once AI can predict one biological failure, it can predict them all. So we're looking at the beginning of the end of surprise medical emergencies. And your phone soon, maybe a few years, maybe a little more than that, will know you're getting sick before you do. And you'll get a notification saying, hey, Deep, in 3 days, you're going to get fever. Why don't you get treated now? How cool would that be? So that's happening. And then the next update about Microsoft. Microsoft has implicitly declared a war on everyone, a fight is what I mean, with other big AI tech companies. However, Microsoft just dropped 2 new AI models that have everyone in Silicon Valley nervous. First, they have this voice AI, which is so fast. It's basically instant, right? Like you type something and boom, perfect human voice. No delay. But the bigger story is what this really means. I would say Microsoft just pulled a Netflix. Microsoft is doing something that Netflix did. Remember when Netflix went from mailing DVDs to creating their own shows now? Same way, Microsoft just went from licensing AI to building AI that's better than what they were licensing, according to them. So Microsoft is basically saying, hey, OpenAI, hey, Google, we don't need you anymore. We're building our own stuff now. So Microsoft just went from licensing OpenAI models to building AI that is faster, more efficient than what they were paying for, apparently. And here's why you should care. Here's why this is interesting for you. When tech giants stop playing nice to each other and start competing for real, who wins? The consumer. How? Well, it's like when McDonald's and Burger King start a price war. Suddenly, everyone's getting cheaper burgers. So, well, hopefully, we get cheaper, more affordable, and still good quality AI. But the point is, Microsoft now controls the whole stack, the voice, the text, the integration. So you can imagine Windows where you can just talk to your computer naturally or your Microsoft Office naturally. And both of these, right? Your operating system, your Microsoft tools will know what you want before you finish asking. That's what we are hoping. We are witnessing the birth of the first truly conversational operating system. Your computer is about to become more like a colleague than a tool. That is where we are headed in that case. Next one. This one broke my brain. I don't know why it's still working, but reading this did break my brain. There's this AI called Agent 3. It's from this company called Replit. Replit Agent 3 can code for 200 minutes straight. That's over 3 hours. This agent can code for more than 3 hours in one go. It can build complex applications without any human help. What it means is we have just solved the technical co-founder problem. I know a lot of people who never started a company, a product, a side project because they needed a technical co-founder to help with the programming. But not anymore. In fact, if you think about it, most programmers need a coffee break every 25 minutes. And I'm okay with that. That's not a complaint. I'm just saying. But this Agent 3, just goes and goes and goes without getting tired because it does not have an ego about its code. And what I mean by that is human programmers get attached to their solution. AI does not. What does AI do? Well, if something does not work, it just tries a completely different approach. No emotional baggage. There's a lot of benefits. Right? You can literally tell it, build me Instagram, but for dog owners. And walk away. You just give this one simple one-liner. You go away for 3 hours. When you come back, hopefully, you have a working social media app with your user accounts and with photo upload features and with messaging and the whole thing. That's what the promise is. So the barrier between having an idea and having a product has just disappeared. We are about to see the biggest explosion of innovation in human history because everyone just became a potential tech co-founder. And every good idea that died because we cannot afford developers just came back to life. Every person who said, I wish there was an app for this, can now just build it. So we just democratize the most valuable skill in the modern economy. Programming is becoming like literacy, something everyone can do, but not everyone needs to be Shakespeare. So we have that. And then the last one. I've kept the most interesting one for the last. Texas just deployed an AI powered helicopter, or rather, multiple of them. So they have now AI powered helicopters. When I say that, I don't mean they fly themselves, but these AI powered helicopters can watch entire cities and detect any suspicious activity in real time. So these are not just cameras in the sky. This AI can track thousands of people simultaneously. It can spot unusual patterns within these people or within the locations, whatever you're looking at, and alert police instantly if there's something wrong. And we're not just talking about surveillance, and we are talking about AI that understands human behavior better than humans do. Here's what I think it could do. This technology can probably, maybe not now, maybe it's not trained enough to do this now, but very near future, it could spot a crime before it happens. It can definitely spot a medical emergency. It can easily, maybe even now, spot a lost child. It can spot someone having a mental health crisis or maybe physical health crisis. Question is not whether the technology is good or bad. The question also is who controls it and how is it used. But if it's used in the way it should be, then this is definitely a game changer. It can predict your behavior better than you can. For example, it knows that, hey, people who walk like this, they're probably going to rob someone in the next 5 minutes. People who stand like that are about to collapse. So it just crossed into a world where AI does not just watch us, it understands us. And that's either the most amazing or the most terrifying thing that's ever happened. Which one is it? Goes back to who controls it and how is it used. Well, what does this all mean? Well, all of this has happened in the few last days, a week tops, not years, weeks. So we are not in the AI is a tool era anymore. We are in the AI is an intelligent agent era. And most people have no idea that this transition has just happened. It's happened. It's not AI is not the future. AI is the present. It's already given us all these superpowers. It's your next heart attack, your next business idea, your next security threat. You already have this. And look, I don't know if you're excited or terrified by all of this. Probably both. But here's what I do know. The people who understand these patterns early are the ones who will shape what comes next. So, which one of these blew your mind the most? Drop a comment, let me know. Are we moving too fast? Are we moving not fast enough? Because I think we are just getting started. So that's that. If you want to stay ahead of this stuff, subscribe, hit the bell icon because tomorrow there's probably going to be another breakthrough or maybe five that changes everything again.